Great people, this is Coach Saki and Consulting with Placement. Coach Saki and Consulting with Placement is an organization that is specializing with personal development, consulting, that is whereby we assist people that needs their businesses to be perhaps registered. If you need us to assess your books, and also we can do branding in your in your organization, and we also and many other services that we do that requires consulting. And placement, when we talk about placement, we're talking about looking at your company that needs employees that are professional, that can be able to be placed. But we first need to make sure that when we do that, we focus on qualifying employees whereby we can literally place them according to their skills. And we look at the gap that is desired in your organization, and we actually provide you with those employees that have suitable skills for that particular gap that needs to be filled. And also when it comes to the placement, we look at if you have an organization that specializes with property, whereby you've got rentals, whereby you may need tenants. So that's literally what we do. But what are we going to be talking about? We've been talking about AVMs, audio visual motivational donut. Audio-visual motivational donut, it's sort of like a program or a project that we have set up, for everybody, so that we can be able to have videos. These particular videos can be shortened instead of throwing a long theory, So what we do in these videos, we present sort of like exercises that can be applied on a day-to-day basis. It can be either in your organization or perhaps in your studies or in your personal life. But most importantly, they are very helpful because they come in a sort of like a video package whereby you can watch them. And our videos, they are not that long. They are very short. Even this one is going to take plus minus 5 to 7 minutes. So today we'll be talking about goal setting, the importance of setting up a goal. But, setting up a goal is very important. And because that it is our first video of 10 videos that we're going to be actually preparing for, we're going to be focusing on videos. So the videos, this video of AVM, audio visual motivational donut, we'll be talking about the importance of setting up a goal. It's important to have a goal because once you have a goal, you start to have a direction. When you have a direction, then that means you know what you need to do. When you know what you need to do, you start to calculate time frames. When you start to calculate time frames of your goals that you need to attain, that means when are you planning to attain your goal? What is it that you need to do in order to make sure that you have to achieve your goal? What are other things that you need to make sure that you master in terms of making sure that you are organized in everything that you do? So goal setting is important. Hence we start, or perhaps it's our first video that we present. Because if you don't have a goal in your life, you must understand that your life is going to be like a person who's shooting a shotgun, scattering all over without having like a target to focus on. So when you have a goal, you need to understand that you need to have your time frame. Once you have your time frame, you need to know what to do. First, you must know what is your goal. Secondly, what is it that you want to achieve? Thirdly, what is your time frame? Fourthly, you need to organize and plan. Once you have planned everything that you need to do in order to achieve your goal, your time frame, that means you need to work that plan. When you work that plan, you need to look at yourself and ask yourself, are you really, really serious about your life that you want to do, about the goal that you want to achieve? Once you start to look on those aspects, then you will understand that it's important that you look on every angle that you need to focus on so that you can be able to achieve. First of all, your goal must be realistic. Once your goal is realistic, what do I mean by saying that your goal must be realistic? You can't be working in a company that makes it whereby you earn plus minus 5,000 and you have a goal of maybe buying something that will cost you maybe 100,000, a month. Meaning that a year you calculate your salary and then you realize a year you're earning 150Ks. And your goal is bizarre because you'll be looking at maybe you want to buy something that is more than $1 million or perhaps more than your earnings, that is your annual earnings. So setting up a goal, you've got to be realistic in that way. So we're going to talk more about other aspects or other characteristics that you have to have, or perhaps the characteristics of your goal, how it should be, and the time frames, and what is it exactly that you need to look at in terms of making sure that you do what needs to be done, and being and looking at the necessities of those things because sometimes when you're setting up a goal, you don't have to do everything. You don't have to actually start hard and work hard. You just need to be simple. Hence, your goal has to be simple and be realistic so that your time frames and also your realistic on your goal setting can also be easy. Your goal must not exhaust you. You can't be exhausted by your goal by setting something that is not real, something that you've seen it from your neighbor. It's good to look at your neighbor or what he does, or perhaps what is it, how they do things, but also you need to look at yourself and the ability that you may have in order to execute your goal, So stay touched and keep on watching these AVM donuts so that when you watch them, you can be able to learn and apply them in your life, because that is something that we are going to cater for you as from now on up to 10 videos. Thank you for your time. Have a goal. Make sure that you have a goal, and your goal must be simple and realistic so that you can be able to execute and be able to attain it. You can have many goals as you want, but at some point, you've got to prioritize them. Once you have prioritized them, then you can start ticking. Start ticking when you have actually done goal number 1, goal number 2. You must categorize your goals according to their importance, But stay tuned. Stay tuned on these AVM donuts that are coming up next, whereby we'll be going deeper about what needs to be done in order to set up a goal. Kosaki and Consulting with Placement. I thank you.